Hey folks, John Najarian here. It's great to be with you, even though only on video form. I'm working in New York and I've got to fly down to Miami. Knock on wood, I'm getting an award down there. But I wanted to thank my friend Andrew Prell for inviting me again to the running of the unicorns. Andrew, I remember how fantastic that was last year, and I'm sure this year will be no exception. I'm sure it's bigger and better than it was. And as far as digital assets and so forth, folks, I'm doing a lot of work on digital assets, especially in the cannabis space, because quite frankly, a lot of the dispensaries, as well as the growers and so forth in what is already a multi-billion-dollar business, don't have access to banking. So it's similar in some ways to parts of the world where they don't have access to banking, whether they're women or whether they just don't have banks in those areas of the world. And that was one of the first areas that digital assets were exploited. So there's a lot of similarities between what goes on with cannabis and what's going on with the digital assets at the beginning of this hockey stick. So we've also seen a lot of change, positive change, even though price might not have been quite as positive a change over the past year. We made a nice comeback off that 3,500 bottom. And for the Bitcoin, that is, of course, obviously Ethereum and the others made similar sorts of percentage comebacks. But I think digital assets are still going to be popular. They're very popular, again, in certain areas, in particular for movement of money. And if you don't trust your currency, like obviously people in Venezuela. However, I think that there's going to be a pretty significant surge of digital asset adoption because of things like Facebook. When Mark Zuckerberg says he's creating his own digital asset, whether it's Zuckbucks or something else, I think that'll be popular. And there's use cases for the blockchain that go way beyond Bitcoin or anything else. So again, with the running of the unicorns, I know there are some very creative, wonderful folks that are going to be presenting Andrew. I'm delighted again to be perhaps there next year at the running of the unicorns. And folks, Andrew Prell, definitely a visionary in the space. Keep an eye on him. And if you need any promotional things done with myself and our video team over with Andrew Coffee and so forth, make sure you reach out through Andrew Prell and we'll make that happen. We do filming at the NASDAQ, we do filming at the Chicago Board Option Exchange, as well as down in South Florida. So if you're somebody who's looking to raise money for a digital asset or small cap stock, whatever, just reach out to us. Again, you can reach out through Andrew Prell, or you can reach out to us directly. You could reach out to me at John@ICE135. Andrew, I'm sure will put that up on this video. So that's just JON@ICE135. Anyway, folks, again, enjoy this fabulous weekend. I hope it dries a little and that it's a good time for the horses. And I look forward to seeing you, Andrew Prell, soon. Thank you, folks.